after the 5,000. Take us through the race. Were you expecting the race to unfold the way that it did?
Yeah. I mean, a couple weeks out, I thought it could go either way. It could go fast, it could go slow, or somewhere in the middle. Historically, there's been a lot of fast races here. Once we got here, started looking at the weather. I figured it might go a little slower. And then, just on the warm-up today, I'm like, everyone else is probably feeling this, so it's probably going to go slow and wind. So it did play out, not a super surprising play out, maybe a little slower than I thought it'd go. But,
Is that just based on the weather that you went pretty hard with 1K to go? Was that kind of the plan, if that's how things went?
Usually that's like my big move I do. Like I like to go early, like a K or 800. It's just something that kind of plays to my strengths, I think. Obviously, I'm trying to diversify my strengths and what I can do in a race. And I think I was on a good track going into indoors, but unfortunately picked up an injury. When I was on the bike, a few months ago, injured, I was just thinking, I just hope to make it to Eugene and just try to mix up with the guys, maybe try to run a fast 400 at the end. A week or two ago, I was like, I was just kind of like, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna, if I'm gonna lose this race, I'm gonna lose it on my terms. And I wanted to do something I was proud of, and I'm pretty happy with what I did today. And I'm super happy with my return to health. I'm feeling pretty fit, and I think I'm gonna be able to put on a good show in Eugene in like a couple weeks with a few more weeks of training.
So this played to your advantage in the way it went out. I mean, do you feel like that kind of benefited you ultimately as you did make that final move?
I prefer it to be faster, I guess, just because I have a pretty fast PB from indoors, but it's hard to tell where I'm at with training and stuff. Obviously, when you make that move, you're really making yourself vulnerable. And those type of moves, are really difficult to make at this super high level. But I was like, why not risk it? I'm not going to live. I'm not going to be able to live myself out of this race if I didn't give myself the best chance I could. So, I'm still happy with how it went. I took the risk, and I'm going to eat what the output was.
Do you put yourself at 100% right now, or do you think you're still working up toward the trials and kind of getting to that level?
That's also like a little more of a vague, like I have a vague answer to that. Like, yeah, I'm 100%, but if I had a full, if I didn't miss like 3 months, like, or two or three, I don't know, like, how much off I was specifically, but just missing that chunk of like consecutive training, like, you really miss out on a lot of improvement you can pick up. So, but I would say, like, I'm at 100% minus like the some of the training I missed this indoor season. I'm looking forward to hopefully not finishing out the season in a couple weeks, but if it's my last race, I'm going to be happy with what I put together this season.
The last 800 was about 152. Do you think if you'd had a little more under your belt, a little more training, that's something you could have contended with?
It's definitely something like I wanted to be able to do. In my head, I was like, ideally I could go 57 for the penultimate lap and then hopefully run around 54, that seems like around what everyone did at the end there.
Yeah, that's almost exactly
it.
Yep.
But just didn't have it in me. It's also a whole nother game, running a 54 after a 57 when you don't have anyone in front of you. But like I said, like, that's the risk I took, and I tried to put some force in the ground at the end there. But I started hurting pretty soon after Nico passed. That's always obviously not good for the psyche when you have a bunch of guys fly past you and you're already at 110%.
Do you have another year left? Did you graduate already? Or?
No, I still have one more year. I'm a junior at Harvard. Well, I just finished my junior year at Harvard.
Okay.
Got my senior year, and then that's probably it. I have 2 indoor seasons of eligibility extra, but I don't think I'm going to use that. Unless UGA, call me up if you want me to have a little homecoming. We can try to win a national championship.
What does the next 2 weeks look like for you?
I'm going to go home a couple days, back to Athens. I haven't been home in a long time, so I'm really looking forward to just hang out with my friends, get some good training in. I'll get to hang out with my, Coach Gibby's not going to be around. He's with Maya and Sophia. They're kind of doing their own thing up around Eugene in this area. So I'm just going to go home, do my workouts on my own, and I've got my high school coach to help out. Hopefully he doesn't modify the training too much, or Gibby might get upset.
This is a long season. Does that impact cross going into it the following fall? Do you think, a little bit? Or
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, you know, this is my season. This is going to be an extra like 3 weeks than I typically would go. So it's going to look a little different. What that entails, I don't know. I don't think it's going to mean a quicker build. It probably means, you know, I'm just either going to be, you know, not at peak mileage yet, like where I normally would be, or maybe just miss a race early in the fall. I haven't really done this before, but you know, cross country, obviously, like that is my priority. Like I'm coming back with my team, and we're trying to, you know, we're still trying to do big things, win trophies and stuff like that. So I'm super pumped for that. But finish the season out strong here in a couple weeks.